Good day, everyone. Ali is here from Safi Financial Network. Today is January 7th, 2023. First week of January 2023 and first week of 2023. So, very interesting week because we had almost a very red week until the last day, the last trading session with NFP data just came up, and job market still is pretty hot, but market just took it as a very good sign. Surprisingly went all the way up and closed the weekly candle green. But before we are getting to the detail for the weekly candle, I just want to show you pretty interesting thing. And I just told to my friends and subscribers in my private channel, we should see this year is very interesting and probably life-changing time for the market in 2023, especially March and summer, probably summertime. But let's look at the March. So here is the bottom in 2009. So as you see here, this is March 2009. This is the COVID crash bottom in March 2020, 11 years cycle. And we are just between in the first stage of 11 years, 12 years cycle. And right now we are approaching another month of March. And probably that's gonna be the decisive moment for the market to see if we are going to see a bottom in March, or probably we are going to see a bottom in summertime or second half of the year. Look at this one. This is December 2018, but before that we had this volatility, especially here in 2015, 2016, and also all of them we just counted as a correction. And this one, this is initiate in August, like this correction initiate in August. So if you want to just look at a special crash bottom, that would be historically months of March. But if you want to look at it as like a correction and continuing to the uptrend, that's gonna be in summertime or even like in February or the other months as well. So, but we are approaching to the March. Months of March is very important for me, and that's why I'm getting close to this to see if we can see a bottom here in March 2023 for a decisive moment. Still, my downside target, my actually very I should say I could call the bottom here. So if we get there, I don't know which months we get there. If we get there in 2023, I would just deploy my money into market. And I know lots of bad news are coming, lots of people are panicking, this is going to be a capitulation phase, but I would call this one as a bottom, just because this is kind of like the third touch for this trend line. And always the third touch, if you are following with my analysis, the third touch, I call it as a Pinocchio bar, which is piercing all the way down, and everyone is becoming seller just because they said, okay, probably trend is broken and we are going to sell, but market just retracing all the way back up, and probably in 2-3 weeks we will see a market is coming back up there. So this is just a hypothetical scenario, I'm just making myself ready. But for the month of March, I'm looking for this area, or at least a decisive bottom somewhere around here. But ideally I would see 32,000 to 34,000. So that's going to be my ideal setup. However, last week we had nice start for the year. I know it was all down all the way to here. Even last trading session, it was there almost kind of like going to break down to the lower low. But suddenly the hands of God or miracle or hands of market or whatever you want to call it, just bring the market all the way back up here to close with this nice bullish hammer to the upside. And I think market just taking the momentum to the upside for at least next 10 days. I'm not saying next 10 days would be very bullish, but at least I have to see if next 10 days we can see a lower high somewhere around here, 39.70 to 4,000 even 25. That's gonna be very good opportunity for short the market. So again, for next 10 days, I'm expecting market is just slicing and choppy market going to the upside, probably to one of these two lines. At the best 4,025, but at least 39.70, which is almost 110 to 150 points above the current level which we are having or experiencing now. We are at 38.91, but again the same lower high would be a nice shorting opportunity. Momentum wise, we are getting close to the weekly oversold condition. So if we get to the oversold condition, I would say probably that's going to be the bottom, but this is in no man's land. I'm not saying this is the bottom or this is the top or whatever. This is kind of like in middle of the between top and bottom, and MACD and RSI doesn't tell any good information to me, at least to me, for the weekly chart. All right, so take it from now. S&P 500 with this bottom tweezers, 2 dragonfly doji and 3 lower high here. So this is I know lots of people are saying this is kind of bearish consolidation, but this type of bottoming formation tells me that we are going to see a kind of like especially this area. So look at that, 39.70 to 4,025. That's gonna be the area for the pullback, for the test for the market. Especially it's gonna be in middle of this long shadow here, long upper shadow here. All right, so take it from now. Let's save it and going to daily chart. Moving on to the daily chart. So this is S&P 500 daily chart, and as you see here, MACD is getting back to the bullish momentum. This is ideal setup again. So if we see another lower high in MACD, that would be great. And also if we see RSI is heading back up again above 50%, so that's gonna be very interesting if we see another bullish momentum to the upside. And probably if we can just stretch it here, that would be great, along with our price action, to see if a lower high is taking place here. So somewhere around, as I said, at 39.70 to 4,025, that's going to be good area. And still I'm looking for another pullback to this area, and probably that area, the one that I said, especially this is a trend line, and if we test it and coming back down, that would be a nice selling opportunity to these levels here. So still my first target would be 36.86, and the second target would be 35.79, which is kind of like a closing to the double bottom here. But that last one would be 3,200 to 3,400. That's going to be very interesting, a very interesting bottom for me. Ideally, if this happens in months of March, let's move it here to the months of March. I don't want to just put it in front of you, just saying Ali, when exactly we are heading to this level. So probably months of March we will get there. Ideally, this is going to be great opportunity for long position, I tell you. Okay, so let's move on to Nasdaq. So here is Nasdaq. Let's go to the daily chart. Here is the, okay, before daily, let's go to weekly chart. Here is the Nasdaq weekly chart. In Nasdaq, we are reaching to almost oversold condition. So when we get to the oversold condition, I believe Nasdaq is kind of leading in the bear market. As we see, Nasdaq was leader in bull market, went all the way up to here, even in bear market, just because due to interest rate, Nasdaq is smashing harder among the other ones. So as you see here, Nasdaq just experiencing a double bottom formation here almost, and that would be ideal scenario if we get there to 9,000 area. So let's again push it back here. So I'm not expecting Nasdaq is getting back even close to 1100, 600, but that's gonna be possibility probably next 10 days. So this area, as you see here, we are coming back to this consolidation area again, and nicely shadowing to the upside. And probably the next target would be just testing this consolidation area. So if we see a week, 1 week, or probably middle of the other week, the third week of January, if we see Nasdaq is getting close to 11,600, 11,500, so probably we should just coming along with other indexes as well to see how far they stretch to the upside, and probably that's going to be nice shorting opportunity. And then again, for Nasdaq, I'm taking short opportunity, not for S&P 500 or Dow Jones. For long position, I'm taking position in Dow Jones. For now, moving on to the daily chart. Daily chart, we are coming back. MACD is sloping nicely to the upside. RSI is still weak. We are not even close to 50%, 45%, and stochastic wise, we are pretty weak, I should say. Still, it's not strong enough, but price action wise, as you see here, we had very nice candle to the upside. However, this trend line is broken, and I should say, yes, this trend line is broken. And look at that, how interestingly we reacted to this one. Is it gonna be a pullback or just a rally to the upside? I should say this is a nice candle for the upside, and I believe still we are heading to this area to test this area. If you were following my previous analysis, I was waiting for getting back to this area. Let me just point it out here, to this area, to short the market. Why? Because this is a nice head and shoulder which fails almost here but coming back down. If you want to take it as any bearish trend or any bearish pattern, so this area, which is 11,400 to 11,500, that's gonna be a good breakout level, and we never test this area. And right now we are just coming back probably to test this area, this wide range bar. There are lots of sellers there, and there are lots of block orders there. Still is ready for the price to getting back there, to initiate, to ignite another selling opportunity for us, and probably that selling opportunity would initiate another lower low to the downside target. My March lower low would be 9,300 to 9,700. So if you just zoom back here, so 9,769 exactly is going to be top of the market prior COVID crash, and we never tested this one. So probably a pullback to this area would be kind of a good buying opportunity, and probably that's going to be a decisive moment for the market, for the Nasdaq, and for the market in overall. All right, so moving on to Dow Jones. So here is the Dow Jones chart, and as you see here, we had a nice breakout to the upside, coming back down, test this one, and nicely coming back up. Look at that, the strength in Dow Jones Industrial is way better than the other indexes. Look at that, this is all-time high, and we are there. So it's not bad, it's not bad at all for the Dow Jones. Still, I'm looking for 34,000 to 34,500, 600. That's gonna be the ultimate level for the next 10 days. So let me just point it out here. So this is my first initial target. I'm not sure if we take out this excuse me, I'm not sure if we take out this previous pivot high here or not. So again, if we see even a nominal high, that would be a possibility. So where are we heading to? Just let's say if we take out this high, how far we can get. So this is a very simple approach that I'm using. So look at that, just connect these two, and probably, so let's say alternatively, if we break out to the high, probably let me just put it there. So yeah, right there. So probably these two are going to be possible scenario for the upside target for the Dow Jones. Again, when we reach there, I'm expecting market is coming back down. This is my green box or golden box or whatever you want. This is my buying opportunity for the Dow Jones. Again, I'm looking for price is getting back to here and then coming back down all the way to 30,000, 31,000, 29,000 in ideal scenario in March 2023. Here is the daily chart. And as you see here, this is my first target. So this is nice bull. Actually, this is not bearish consolidation. Look at that. So we just nailed the bottom, coming back up. So here is kind of like a bullish consolidation inside this wide range bar, and we are getting there to the middle of this candle. And I'm expecting for the next 10 days. Again, don't expect a market have rally on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. We will have like a sloppy and choppy, but still that's going to be upside target for 34,000 to 34,621. That's going to be the first upside target at least. I show you the other one, the other alternative one can get to the higher one. So let's just make it accurate here. Here's the top, and if we just stretch it to the top of this, so probably we are getting to this one for just a nominal high above it, above this December high. So I'm not sure even if we get there, but if we get there, so that's gonna be probably the area to look at it. Okay, it's getting a more comprehensive and detailed. Always weekly analysis is more than 10 minutes, but I think it's worth it. If you like this video, please smash the like button. Please subscribe to our channel. That's gonna be the least help from you folks to help us to develop more and more videos like this in our channel. All right, have a great weekend. See you on the chart. Bye bye.